Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Double Z playing and welcome back to another Minecraft video on the Zap SMP. In today's video we have a ton to do, so let's hop right in. First off, I just want to tell you guys about a few things I have planned for today's episode. First off, I have changed the little shape for our fortress up here. You know, it has been kind of prearranged since like episode 11 or something, but I changed quite a few things while designing it in the past week. So I know that the last episode was a bit of a weird one, something at the promised land, you know, smushed in between all of these videos working on the base. And yes, we are working on the base today, but I mean, you know, I needed some time. We had been working on this and I had been doing so well, I just didn't want to run out of inspiration for it. And you know, I also needed time to design a giant fortress. And so yeah, today should be the day that we begin finally the giant fortress that's going to be there. We are also going to work on the storage systems that we built in the last episode here. So if you'll take a look with me beneath the village houses, I have dug some stuff out in between episodes. Hello, zombie man. And in these rooms, we will be having our storage systems, you know, one for each of these. Why are mobs spawning in here? Also, I got a bit of free labor out of Hunter. He needed stone, so he came here to mine for stone, and you know, I got the rest of this passage done. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everything's shaping up. And so one of the things that we are going to need for this base is a whole bunch of basalt. The entire base of the base is comprised pretty much entirely out of basalt, and so while yes, I can buy basalt at PP8's Nether Goods, I'm sorry to say that he doesn't really stock it that often. And oh, hi bunny. But I do think that I'm probably going to buy him out, and it's going to take him a while to actually get everything restocked. So we're going to be building our own basalt generator down here. I did say all the way at the beginning of the season when we were building the giant cliff here that I wanted this space to have, you know, lots of farms. Not sure if I'm going to do that. You know, we still have the promised land, which is awesome, and where mainly all of our big farms are going to be. But this isn't a huge farm. This is just something so I can actually, you know, film my episode. So I'm just, okay, I guess we'll just build this out of dirt, because that's not something I can accidentally break with my pickaxe. And it's something that, I definitely have an abundant supply of. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I think I am going to make it in the Nether, since lava actually flows faster in the Nether. And for those of you that don't know, the way you make this is actually, you have to have water flowing on soul soil and blue ice at the same time, or next to blue ice, I guess. And so we can walk down our beautiful staircase, jump over here, and go through our portal. And so I'm thinking, as to not get in the way of anybody, I think we should probably put it just down this tunnel, this hole into the regular Nether. Not all the way down, just somewhere around here, so it's easily accessible. But you know, it doesn't get in anybody else's way. And hey, we even get some basalt while we're doing that. That's great. The way we're going to do this is, oh wow, we have just enough hoppers. Okay, and now all we need is a chest. Please tell me I have a chest somewhere. We do have a chest. Okay, we can stick that there. And then one of the last bits, we're just going to mine all of this out, and we're going to grab one little bit of obsidian. We're going to put this back quickly, don't want that burning. And then we're going to stick that there, just that, you know, we don't break stuff. And then the last thing we do, oh hang on, I'm an idiot, I forgot we actually need hopper minecarts. What can I say? I tend to do things like forgetting half of the farm, and I forgot that these have to be in minecarts. Okay, after forgetting a whole bunch of actually important things, I have finally got it all. Okay, we're going to have that noise. That's going to be a bit annoying, but fine. So we've got some hoppers here. They go into this chest. We've got the hopper minecarts on top so we can suck items through a block. And then the reason that we have to suck items through a block, well, what am I doing? Is because we have to put the soul soil right on top of here. And now this should hopefully work. Replace that. Perfect. Okay, that is just beautiful. Alright, so now hopefully when we do this, perfect. Yeah, my pick isn't even fast enough to keep up. That's kind of funny. But it looks like it's pretty much lossless. It's either, you know, coming to me, or I mean, nothing's really coming in this chest because I'm just able to pick it up. But yeah, this would be better if I had a beacon. But honestly, like I said, this is only small. I'm not gonna like be using this all the time. And of course, I can buy from PPOA. I'm sure he'll be stocking up soon. Yeah, look at that. We already have like a stack and a half. That's pretty good for like a minute of talking to you guys. But this next part is actually, it's one of my favorites. We are finally doing what I said we would do so very long ago. Well, not actually that long ago, but long enough. When we were making our wheat field, I said I wanted to move the yaks from my yak pit right on over here into here. You know, originally I'd planned on making some sort of pasture on the hill here, but I think it looks way better if they're in there. So yeah, as you guys can see, I made a rail system. Hopefully everything should be working pretty well, and I'm actually going to have hunters help on this. So let's move into a yak/cow moving time lapse. Well, folks, that was a pretty good time lapse. We got all of these yaks in, and I don't think we even killed that many. And I've got to say a huge thanks to Hunter. That would have taken so long without him. It was actually really good that we had that system. He was over here, you know, placing in the minecarts and stuff. I was over there storing the minecarts, you know, making sure all of the yaks were out of there. We did blow a ton of iron. So yeah, I will probably have more minecarts than I will ever need. Another unfortunate thing was that I noticed the yaks, the cows, whatever, they actually broke a ton of wheat when they fell. So what I was thinking was, since the only parts that they're really breaking anything is over here, where, you know, they can actually fall, I'm thinking I'm just going to try to block all of this area off so that they can't get on here. Unfortunately, we did lose quite a bit of yaks, especially at the end, because they take fall damage apparently in minecarts, and I guess Hunter had to punch a couple of them to get in, but I mean, that's fine. That's okay. Wow, I must say though, it's so weird seeing this pit just completely empty. This pit has been full of mooing cows and has been a source of giant server lag for quite a while. So like I said earlier, we have that problem of the yaks kind of trampling our crops in some places, and so I think the answer to that is just going to be to place a ton of carpet there. So to those of you that don't know, there's a trick that basically breaks mobs AI. If you have 2 bits of carpet over each other, animals can't actually walk over them. They just like start looking really funky. Yeah, so unfortunately we're just gonna have to break all of these and replace them with carpet. Well, it seems to be working. This guy doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Now the trick, that's not what I wanted, is to get these guys down here. And you can see he's looking at me. He's like, come on, dude. Hello? Can I get the wheat? And that looks like all of them done and dusted. But yeah, I'd call that mission accomplished. It looks, in my eyes, really good actually. But now it's time for a special ceremony, my friends. Only one of these yaks / cows can be the alpha yak. And his name is Moo. Moo te cow. Because, you know, yaks are the descendants of cows. And cows can be pretty alpha, let's be honest. So the alpha's got to have cow in his name, 1, to show their ancestry, 2, because that makes him kind of alpha. And the te is actually just misspelled, to show their brain size. I mean, the spelling in this just shows that, you know, he's alpha, because most yaks can't spell like this. You, sir, you are by the Tri-Gate watering hole, therefore you will be Moo to cow. All hail Moo to cow. You have a leader. Make sure to obey him, or you will be following in the footsteps of the poor yaks that died from fall damage. The next thing, though, that we are going to need for our projects today, and by our projects I mean the base, is a whole bunch of acacia wood. Now you may be wondering, Double Z, why are you using acacia wood for what's going to be a stone fortress? Now, believe it or not, the acacia logs actually look really, really good, at least from afar, as a stone variant. You know, for texturing, shading, all that good stuff. So luckily, right at our desert portal, not only do we have, well, I was about to say our lovely desert, but it's not really looking that lovely, but luckily, we have the Acacia Village. Okay, I'm sorry, I've kind of got to do this, Whee! Okay, that definitely wasn't as epic as I had imagined. Yeah, it looks like somebody beat me to the good one. But enough of that. It's time to actually get to our deforestation time lapse. So let's hop right in. Alright folks, that was a successful time lapse in my opinion. We just left a very bare swath of savanna right here. You know, minus those oak trees, because we don't need those oak trees. But now that we're here, we're just going to plant some acacia trees. I've kind of, you know, started my own cultivated forest here. Now I got my oak wood and my spruce wood, and of course a ton of dark oak that we're going to be needing. Oh, and who could forget about our giant jungle tree? And now we've got acacia. All we're missing is birch. But I've planted pretty much all the acacia saplings that I want to plant. This actually looks pretty interesting with my vanilla tweaks pack. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, but also, people, look at all this wood. Oh, this is insane. Oh my gosh. That was a close one. I was just AFK making sure all of my my recording stuff was set up, and out comes a creeper just following. I hate creepers. But now that we have finished gathering all of those materials, we can actually get started with working on the base. So the first thing that we're going to work on, and I know this might be kind of weird since we've actually been focusing on getting stuff for the fort, but the thing that we're going to be working on is our storage systems. And so for these, we are mainly just going to need our stone bricks, dark oak, and prismarine, and some spruce too, I believe. I also just realized that I forgot end rods, and soulfire lanterns and chains. But yeah, we're just gonna start by placing all of these in here. Shoot, I think I made, I think I mismeasured something. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I was not prepared for this. Like, I thought I was way more prepared than I really am. Okay, but this is kind of the first layer complete. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the roof. And then I'll probably add in the chests, the floor, you know, all the other small details. No, I mean, I'm not sure if you can call the chests and floor small details. Alright, so that is our roof in place. I'm going to say this. I need a lot more prismarine than I originally thought. If you look at this, I made it so we are just barely touching the ceiling. Second time I'm going to say this today. I was massively underprepared in supplies for this. Like, I really did not expect it to cost that much, I guess. Alright, so now this room, after a little off-camera work, is pretty much completely ready to be used. You know, minus just a couple things. I did actually forget about these guys, which are kind of nice. One, because they look good, too, because it's really dark in this room without them. Like, while they may look cool, the soul lanterns do not provide good lighting. I believe this is our first complete storage room, besides actually, like, labeling and sticking things in these chests. Oh, I'm an idiot. All of these top chests don't... Okay, you know what? I'm going to make these stairs, and then behind there I'm going to make those slabs. We'll be fine. But it's kind of apparent that I am woefully underprepared in supplies, so I'm going to go gather some more stuff before we move on to the next ones. Well, I got some explaining to do. So, I gathered a ton of resources and did quite a bit of recording. However, after I finished the episode, turns out I wasn't recording. Yeah, so these other 3 storage systems are all pretty much complete except for some barrels in there. And yeah, I also decided to switch out our chests and make them into barrels. 1, because we didn't need that much space in the first place. 2, it saved time. And 3, it looks actually way better in my opinion. So yeah, that kind of blows a lot. But the good news is there's still plenty to do. Our village is actually pretty much done. I think what I might do is, you know, add some string on here. I'm actually going to load up the storage systems, probably off camera. And I was thinking about giving our lovely Cow King, Moo Cow here, his own very special abode, either inside of this place, or maybe he'll get his own very special cave in here. With tons of wheat, of course. But that is not something that we are worrying about now. Right now, we are going to start on our fortress, which is kind of insane. I did not think we'd be starting on this for quite a while, but here we are, making awesome progress. So I'm just going to prepare a few things, but after that, we can hop straight into a time lapse. folks, that was a pretty good time lapse. We got a lot done. I mean, I think you guys can probably see why we had to make that basalt generator earlier in the video. And this isn't even it. There's going to be a ton of basalt in this build, okay? Just take my word for it. Also, I'm real quickly doing just a bit of terraforming here because the door is going to be right here, and it's going to be a giant flying door that's going to come all the way down through here. Well, my friends, it is time to start wrapping up today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. We got a ton done. We of course have our beautiful yaks and the leader of them all, Moo. Cow. Hi buddy, I love you. And of course we have our storage systems. It's looking pretty good in here, at least in my opinion. I think I did a pretty great job of incorporating other parts of the village builds, and of course making it its own unique thing. In my opinion, the end rods fit in really well, while also adding, you know, a little pizzazz. And of course, who could forget, right on up our beautiful staircase, we have the not so beautiful beginnings of a fortress. Yeah, right now it kind of just looks like a really jagged ring of basalt, but I can promise you, as soon as we start building this up, adding more texture and making a true structure, it will look really great. So, with that and our beautiful and pretty much finished village in the background, Double Z, out.